Well, hello there. Happy New Day. Happy New Night. Um, I'm here talking with Apollo, and we're talking about basically what would you say? What
The
would
role
be
of education.
okay? The role of education.
You said,
But I wouldn't call it that. It's about who educated you, and that's why now you got to start questioning it. You're good. It's because your energy toward me was not good. So then now you're just getting the karma back of that. That happens all the time. Because I have a good heart, and I so when people like lash out at me, then they get hurt in front of me. But it's okay. It's just real. Okay, listen. But honestly, it happens to me too. So it's reverse. Anytime I'm doing something that is really anti-star in the sense that it's attacking, or it's any type of non-love type of energy, like hater type of energy. If I put that out,
not
it
hater?
does.
Come
I'm
on.
talking about for me.
No. You trying to throw shade.
See, I wouldn't even.
You trying to throw
But
shade.
if I put out any type of hater energy, then I usually hurt myself. Okay, so it's a reality. Okay, so either way,
Yeah,
what
so
I was saying is that first is that we have to question everything. You have to understand that if you were born on a plantation, everything that you've ever been fed came through and was filtered. So the information that you think you know is watered down. It is manipulated, faux, fake. It's planned, plotted, and strategized to be that way. That's the only way you can keep gods on the plantation. Is through manipulating the mind. You can't really control them physically. If we never gave up mentally, they would just gave up slavery. Because if every time no one ever bent their knee, and every time they try to do anything to us, we said, we just lay there. Then they beat us, kill us, do whatever, and we just lay there. They would just say, fuck it. We might as well pick the cotton I goddamn self and just give up and just have enough cotton for myself. The reality of it is because we bend our knee. That's what allows it. We're doing it. We've been divided and we feel unsupported, so we don't want to stand up by our damn selves because we're going to stand up to get knocked down. Nobody like to do that. And so it doesn't mean that you're weak because you don't want to get knocked down. But you need to be thinking of a way that you're going to be standing up. Like that should be a part of your plan. Like that should be a part of what you have to do. Is to figure out how you need to stand. So education. What I was saying to him is that he's saying all of his research, but our research was filtered. If it came from a library, it was filtered. If it, do you realize they burnt books?
What do you mean by that the information inside the books is filtered? What do you mean? Explain to the audience.
The information
Because
is
I know
filtered.
Books are manufactured to some kind of book manufacturer, right? So kind of like publishing house.
Right.
Let's see, like McGraw Hill, which is a publisher.
Right. Right.
So I can see how information could get filtered, but in context, when I was talking about education, I was saying in general overall is that okay, they're giving us education. We gave them education first because we brought them out of the dark ages. They were like living in mud huts, pretty much. So we gave them
Okay,
education, and now they're giving us education.
okay,
Now, what education has been tampered with? I'll let you explain. Which you want to say? Which?
okay. Like I said, if you're a god and you work for the city, it's because you believe something to be true. That's all. If you are a god and you kill for the system, it's because you believe something to be true. So, is that the highest belief for a God? Now, if you say, okay, I don't believe I'm God, let's go back to just I'm human, and that's it. That I'm just human, and the things I feel inside they just come from some brain chemistry, and everything is just counted down to chemicals and all of that stuff. Okay, even if you believe
That you're just human.
that you just human, and the only strength that you have is the strength that you see that you have.
Okay.
Okay, you must know that you're not using your strengths.
Okay. And
So you are still not hitting the top of humanity if you're not using your strengths. You're not living that long. You're breaking down.
hold on.
You're
What if you're in the process of doing that?
process of doing what?
You're in the process of fulfilling your humanity, like you were saying before.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
there's a process, there's a step. You know what I'm saying? So I would say let people evolve, let people naturally come to themselves, and I don't see like what the rush is.
Okay. And see, I was having this discussion with a gentleman the other day. And I was letting him know, I said, my peers feel the same way. And when I say peers, my fellow angels, my fellow chosen ones, my fellow star seeds, my fellow indigos, all of those people who are here to do something deliberately, like, okay, yes, I'm here. I'm a light worker. I'm here to do something, make a difference. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. You're here to help. Okay. Those people are saying the same thing he's saying in a lot of ways. Like, don't worry about trying to wake you guys up.
I ain't see that.
Let you do it on your own. But see, I would do that because everything works out. And this is what I said before. I said everything works out. All this will work together for good. If you die, it's going to be okay. If you suffer, it's going to be okay. So that's what they know. And that's what I know too. I know that if you suffer, if you die, it's going to be okay. It all works out. You do not end. You continue. It's like a video game. You can learn this time or next time your lessons, and you've been here to go through these cycles to be better. So to understand something called better. We couldn't understand that before we got here. We couldn't understand this perspective before we got here. We had to see it for ourselves. Like, why do people do this? Well, you get in here and you realize, oh, why? That's why she slapped him. Before, when you're looking at it from above, you're like, I don't understand why these people fighting. I don't understand why these people don't get along. I don't understand. You're just looking and you see people fighting because one is black and one is white, but you don't know that from a higher level. You just wonder what is wrong with these people. I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna help them. You get down here and you realize you punching people in the face and shit too.
They say race.
So it's because of a perspective that we've been programmed to see. So in that perspective, knowing there's this perspective that only your eyes can see, your nose can smell, your tongue can taste, what you can hear, that's what you're counting. Not realizing that then you got a whole backside of your body that you ain't never seen. For real. You never seen the back of yourself. You never seen your own face. For real. So it's other people's perspective that even sees your face in this thing. So the reality of you is even bigger than that. You know yourself, even though you can't see your face. You know yourself, the self that none of us know. It's in there. So it's time to realize that if you are on a plantation, you are doing things that if you were totally left alone, you would not do, which means that you have been taken away from your natural inclinations and directions. Those directions have been given to other people, and we say, oh, this person represents me. No, that person can't represent you. That's impossible. They put it on a piece of paper and draw it up on a board for us, and we believe it, but it's imaginary. Trump can't represent Star. I don't care if I voted for him. He can't represent me. He one person who represents himself. He represents himself. Okay, like you should be doing. He's showing you how it should be done. That's how you represent yourself. Okay, you look out for yourself. But you do it in love. Which means you love yourself. You do what is best for yourself. Now, what's really best for yourself is best for your brother. That's what people don't realize. Like if a person say, you know what, this is driving me nuts. I have to leave my wife. She's driving me nuts. She's pregnant. But she makes me think about doing things. I have to leave. People are going to say, you're a bum. Right? But in reality, you did the best thing for yourself, which is to leave, which was the best thing for her and that child, because you were going to flip. Okay, so sometimes what's best doesn't look like what's best to the next person, but it is. But what's truly best for you is truly best for other people. That it works out like that. The person who doesn't want to be in the room, let them out the room, because they gonna make the room a better place when they dip. You have to understand that. It's like we're making it to where we are trying to conform people, right?
That's duplication.
I don't know, should I show you? And I ain't gonna show you. But that's what's happening. And we were talking about cults. That's what actually happened. I said we're in a cult. Our culture is a cult.
I agree with you.
And we looked up what culture meant, and culture meant it came from cultivation, or to cultivate, and then he was saying, oh, to grow or whatever. And I said, now, who is growing us? That's the question. We're being grown with the next person ideals.
That's why you become a cult leader.
Right. That's why people become a cult leaders, but don't become a cult leader.
I would disagree with that.
That's why I tell people,
because it's a necessary skill.
That's what I tell people, the opposite of that,
It's a skill, baby.
which is be your own leader.
Yeah, be your own cult leader.
No, be your
Yes.
own leader.
Turn that video to me.
Now,
Yes.
the whole thing is,
Yes.
all you should be doing is teaching other people how to lead themselves. That's basically it.
Right. Teach everybody how to be.
How to
be
lead
cult leaders.
themselves.
Yeah. How to
That's
be all
it.
cult leaders. Yes. Yes.
How do you lead yourself? You gotta first shut the fuck up and listen to yourself. That's basically it. You cannot take orders. Like, for example, people say, why you don't have a mask on, or why you do? Because I didn't hear no rule of nobody. My king ain't tell me shit. I don't.
Well,
The king,
time out.
my king ain't tell me nothing.
First of all, the Constitution gives us the right not to wear the mask.
Okay,
So the system works.
look, when you say the Constitution gave us the right, no, I have a right to tear up the Constitution. Do you understand that? The Constitution is supposed to be made for me, not me for the Constitution. I was not born to be
Okay,
subject
fair
to
enough.
the Constitution. Who wrote the Constitution? That's like they tricked us and say there's different ways. Like they'll have you saying, oh, the Bible, Bible, Bible. Then the next person said the Constitution, Constitution. None of that shit is bigger than me. You know, that I have my own direction.
Well, hold on. That's false because
It's not false.
Wait, you don't have a natural right to freedom because you always have to fight for your freedom. So
That's what they told
no,
you.
No,
That's what they told you.
No, it's history. It's
That's what they
historical.
told you.
Whatever, it's historical.
That's what they told you.
I already said it.
It's hysterical. It's not historical.
It's historical.
It's not.
You already
It's not. They are telling you that.
You already know what it is.
It's like if someone take you, kidnap you, and say, you know what? For you to be free, you got to fight me for it.
Yeah.
And then you say, okay,
you
I
gotta
agree
fight
with
for your
that.
freedom.
I agree with that.
You gotta fight for your freedom. You know what I'm
That
saying?
means you in slavery.
So no. Because if you win, you're not in slavery.
Freedom
Right?
is free.
If you win, you're not in slavery.
They lied
right?
again.
That part. Yeah.
I'm like, what? The uncle done lied again.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, mama wrong again. Yeah. Okay. They lied. Freedom is you leave me the fuck alone and I'll be free.
Yeah, that's easy.
That's what freedom is.
That's easy to say, of course.
No, but yes, because you're a slave. That's why you say that's easy to say, because you believe you gotta fight for your freedom. You shouldn't have to fight for freedom.
It ain't got to do with that.
You don't have to fight for
It
freedom.
has nothing to
Freedom
do
is
with
free.
that. It has
You
nothing
know
to
what
do with
freedom
that.
look like? Not
It
doing a
has
damn
nothing to do
thing.
with that. You gotta
Freedom
fight for
look
your
like
freedom.
this.
That part.
Scratch your booty a little bit.
Come on now.
Boogadoo. That's what freedom look like. Do whatever the hell you want to. I need to run out of here and show you what freedom look like. Y'all done seen me dance enough. Okay? That's just basic freedom. You guys aren't even singing.
Yeah,
We can sing.
The audience definitely have to sing more.
The dancing. We can dance. If you're not in chains, dance. If you are, you know what? They used to take me out in wreck sometime and keep my handcuffs on. Just to be assholes. And I used to still have a ball. I throw that ball against the wall, catch it, I'll be running, throwing it, catching it. Then when somebody else come out, I'll play with them, everything. Look, whatever freedom that you can do, you need to do it. That's basically it. You have to question everything, because if you got it from any place that you can go get it from, it's been filtered because it came through the hands and the approval. That's what I mean. The hands and the approval of a system that doesn't like you.
That's not true.
It came through that. So if someone says, you know what, I want to build a library for the hood. Okay, they're a wonderful person. Say it's me. Star wants to build a beautiful library for the hood. Based on how this system works, The books that I want to go in that library would not go in there, could not go in there. They have to be stamped with a barcode. Y'all don't remember that? So if you understand, that's what it has to go through the process of what they want in there. How do I know? It's so many books that exist that I cannot get in no library. Yeah, because they're not approved to go in a library. Okay? So your education from kindergarten all the way through master's degree, PhDs and all of that has been filtered.
Okay.
The movie A Beautiful Mind, every movie they put out, they let it come out to a certain extent. They'll let the truth come out because they'll make the truth look like science fiction. They'll make it look like a stupid comedy. They'll make it look like they'll divide it in genres. And so it's like, okay, the people only gonna see this if they like science fiction. So we don't really have to worry about that many people seeing it because it's in science fiction. If it's a stupid cartoon or whatever, we don't have to worry about that many people seeing it. The same thing. It's all like separate and divided.
Yeah.
Like each person telling, like the truth is being told in each group's ear, and it's like, okay, we know the truth, but they don't know the truth, type of thing, and we're still divided by genres. Look at movies outside your genres, like totally look at something that's totally outside of the genre. So if you say, let me look at this, anything that you don't normally look at, that's totally opposite that you would look at, I'm asking you to do that. Because if you're not being still, just take these steps to open your mind up and look at stuff outside genres that you would normally look at. But you will see a connection.
Right.
And we're connected.
Okay.
You don't. What's good for you is good for me. Really.
You want me tell them to come?
We don't have to be
right?
so independent.
Okay. All right.
We do need to work together.
Text me the address.
One of the things I do want to say is this.
All right, if you want to get it told.
And I was looking at a young lady who is doing this, but she's doing it with tarot as well. And
you want to get it told here?
And I have to look to see what her name is, just to give respect to her. And I like to give respect to people who affect me, like Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters, like Von Tucut, a 17-year-old who has woken up and who is teaching and aware. Wayne Dyer, who has transcended, but is just a wonderful person. Eckhart Tolle with A New Earth and a Power of Now. Those things are very powerful about being present. That's the whole thing. If you're present, like if you're the light and you turn on in the darkness, it changes everything. You don't know you're the light, so you don't turn on, and you're looking for something else to turn on. You're looking for someone else's light. So as a leader, I'm leading you to yourselves. You got to be quiet and listen to yourself. Hear what you're saying. Fear not. Whatever you're saying in your mind is just that. And then there's something bigger, and it's you. So I trust you. The real you, I trust you. But what she was saying, this young lady or who is doing the same type of thing, but she's doing it with tarot. She's talking truth, and she's, just she's speaking truth. She said, like, it's getting time to be basically a reckoning, and it's the same thing I've been saying, but it's like we got to pick a side. Like, if we're good, we need to, like, be good. Like, if you're good, you need to be good, which means we can't side with evil at all anymore. Like, you actually, like, if this is what I was saying, because she was saying these big companies and everything, they're getting ready to get it. And so, because they're using human meat sometime and all types of craziness, right? But us, the good people, if I still go get, like, if I put that in the back of my head because I've been programmed so much, I still go get the iced tea and the fries. Like, that's what she was saying. Oh, I like their fries. Yeah, their fresh fries. Yeah, I do too. But fuck it. No, that's disrespectful to whoever meat ever entered into that food. Like, once, like, if you had a friend, a close friend, or you had a friend that you just knew all your life, from school, and y'all went to parties together, and y'all knew a lot of the same people or whatever, and y'all have had cookouts together and all of this, and then one time you hear a couple of times that the person had some human remains in their refrigerator. Would you still eat at their house ever again?
I don't think so.
Okay, would you go to their house again?
Nope.
Would you call them again?
Nope.
You see what I'm saying? But we've been desensitized so much that we can hear that somebody that has been accused of this, and we might believe it, and we can't check it out, and we won't check it out, but we still frequent them. So we need to wake up. So no, I will never do that again. I will not support them again. I'm a chosen one. I can't support that. And we can't support the nonsense. 100%. Stop this GMO shit. Like, stop it. Do not purchase not one more GMO shit. Like, come on. If you look at their name, it got, like, Satan can be spelled out in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? The people. So, it's ridiculous. And we are saying, well, I'm hungry. We got to do better than, well, I'm hungry. Stop supporting it. That's the power. If people stop buying the shit, it will not be there.
What you doing waiting in danger?
If you stop it, stop. No, stop. No, I don't want any risk. I don't want to support anybody who has done certain things like that.
I don't even.
Okay, so I'm saying, if it's questionable, the reality is, we're selling our soul for like a Happy Meal, for real. Like, honestly, look at the movie Golden Child with Eddie Murphy.
What?
It's a movie, and it's showing it's a golden child, and that golden child is pure, but the golden child gets kidnapped, right? Because the evil
Text me
force
information.
want to do certain stuff, but the golden child, with the golden child being,
I
the
said text
golden
me the
child was
information
basically
because
invincible.
I'm making him out of the car.
But if he eats blood, then it would cause him to be
Text the
vulnerable.
phone.
So they were putting blood in
All
his
right.
oatmeal, but he wasn't eating anything. He just would eat a little leaf that he had in his jacket or in his clothes. Okay, he was like a little monk kid. Go look at it. Okay, it's a comedy, but it's like a comedy action, whatever. So, or a comedy adventure or whatever. So
Huh?
more adventure comedy. But either way, I'm saying this to say that what we eat is more than what's going in our bellies. It actually is a way to dehumanize us, much less de-god us, or much more de-god us, but bare minimum to dehumanize us. What humans really are, we are really caring, loving. We're here to actually help things be better. We know how to make everything better for everything on this planet, including ourselves. We have the ability to do that, and we are doing nothing but consuming up everything and complaining and being scared. So your true self will wake you up to the fact of who you really are, what you're really here to do. It's the inside, it's the cheat codes. And I talked about that. I say if it's like a video game, you have an avatar. This is the avatar. You go in, part of the game is you got to win the cash, the success, and you're constantly chasing that, and you're not quite catching it. You're not quite catching it. You work hard. You work 40, 50 hours in a game to do it. And when you're not working, you're thinking about working. And when you're not working, you're getting ready to go to work. And when you're not working, you're on your way to work. So you're in a 24-hour game where you chase the money, the cash. And it is set up to where as you chase the cash, you spend more cash chasing the cash, so you actually are in this cycle of spending the cash and chasing the cash. It's a treadmill, rat race. So then people say, well, yeah, that's why I'm an entrepreneur. No, the entrepreneur still does that. They just do it on their own schedule. They do it under their name, and they take all the responsibilities. So it's still, you're working all the time, thinking all the time, preparing all the time to get cash and to obtain cash and to have it. Okay, so all video games have cheat codes inside. They're inside the game already. So the part of the game does not want you to stop and have time to go inside and get the cheat codes. If you go inside, you'll get the cheat codes that'll take you to a different level. The reason why I'm saying this is because even though you will be okay if you die and suffer, I don't want you to. And what's coming next, if you do not start to recognize the God in yourself, is is more control than you've ever seen. When they say freedom ain't free, in this captivity it's not. You have to walk away. That's the price. You do not have to fight. You just have to walk away. Be willing to say the carrots that I'm being fed and sugar cubes that I've been fed is not worth the whippings that I take, the burdens that I carry, the stress on my body, on my mind, the division between my families, separation physically, whether you say, oh, I met with you in my mind, only in my heart and in my dreams and all that stuff, instead of just being with your family, because they really, you can be with them. Instead of saying, oh, I got to go somewhere and go chase money for 20 years and come back and give you a good gift or give you something once I'm dead. They're having us divided. Even when we get along with each other, we got to go off and chase the money. Everybody got to do, instead of figuring out a way, how can family coexist and be successful and abundant? Well, freedom is free if you just leave us alone. Freedom means, like back in the day when they set you free, that means bye, you're free. You can do whatever the heck you want. That's what it's supposed to mean. All they did was took all the plantations and opened up all the gates. So it looks like one big ass place. You don't know that you're still on the plantation when you walk off the one that you were on. You're just going to different plantations. They're letting it be free range plantation. Where we at? You can vote for different masters all you want. It's time to be your own master. Well, how can we do that? Go inside. Get the cheat codes. I don't have to tell you if you do this. You will know. I don't want you to suffer. I don't want you to die. I don't want you to be ultimately, totally controlled. Even if all of that happens, love does win, and you will win, and you will continue, even if you do suffer and transcend. It's all going to be okay. It's all okay. I just want y'all to get the cheat codes. And you don't have to go through it. You won't have to go through it. Okay, go inside. Turn everything off. Turn off your phone. Turn off the radio. Turn off the television. Turn off. Do not go to work. Do not go to school. Yourself has something to tell you. It's getting critical, you know, like in the Matrix, when the electricity was about to get cut off. And he was either gonna be stuck in there or stuck in there dead. And she said, "I know you can't be dead because you're the one I love." And the oracle told me, "I'm gonna love the one." So you can't be dead. So then his higher self, his spiritual self, say, hey, woo, we got to wake up. But then you also noticed that in part 2, they realized that he existed outside of the matrix. Like there was a place that was mobile, which is supposed to be like limbo, where he was at one point. His body was one place, and his core self was somewhere else, which letting you know, hey, there's a core self that's getting answers, that has answers, that is the answer. And you don't, it's like you're on someone's timeline that is an asshole. That's what the problem is. Like he said, what's the rush? It wouldn't be no rush. It really wouldn't be no rush if you were not on a lunatic's timeline who is trying to get you scared, telling you to cover your mouth, shut the hell up, raise your hand, hop on one foot, make baboon noises. You doing everything. Oh, you can't do this unless you do this. It's time to listen to your true self, your leader, your president, your God, the real one inside of you, your North Star. We all have one. We got compasses in us. We have everything in us. All of our ancestors are in you. They got something to say. Take the time. If you say, I don't know, I can't. Yes, you can. That's weak. It's weakness to say that you will not try to jump from the burning building. You will not try. If someone tell you, hey, well, you about to get burnt up. Well, look, do this real quick. You'll be okay. Wrap this up or hop in this water or do whatever. You'll be all right. It's better than you doing nothing and burning to death. Try it. So, I know a lot of times people say, hey, Star, why you talk so much? Because people don't talk enough. Y'all not talking enough. Y'all not saying enough. They're just being real. Now is the time. Now is the time. You're on someone's timeline who is not on your side, who has their own agendas and their own plans, and they do not include you being happy, successful, abundant, or anything like that. You are the truth. You have the truth in you. And now it's the time to check it out. Yes, you can still chase the money after you check it out. Just check it out, though. Just see. That's all I'm saying. Just see for yourself. Check it out yourself. Check yourself out. You can trust yourself. It's like I'm not telling you to follow me. I'm saying follow you. Follow you. I love you. Peace. Love.